Hey there, my friend. It's time for our weekly wisdom card draw. You might notice that it's Wednesday instead of Thursday. I have been doing these on Thursdays, but I'm switching to Wednesdays. So we'll see how this goes. So this time is for you. This is your time to pause, to connect, to reflect, and to commit or recommit to shining your light in the world. So let's dive in. What I'm going to do is draw a card from the deck. These cards are currently in PowerPoint, but it is one of my 2023 goals to make an actual card deck that you can draw a card from whenever you want to gain some wisdom and some inspiration for yourself if you're in need of a little pick-me-up or just some moment to pause and connect with yourself. So I invite you to enter and arrive in this moment. Whether that means you just look around at your surroundings and notice what's around you, maybe as if for the first time. Maybe it feels better to close your eyes and put a hand on your heart. Connect with your breath, see what your breath is doing. There's no need to control your breath or take a deep breath. Really, arriving in the moment is all about just noticing what is already here and what's already happening, what's available for us to notice. And as you arrive and become present, I'm going to hold these cards up to my heart and ask to be guided to the one that will be of highest service to all of us today. What message do you most need to hear in this moment right now? What message will most inspire you to shine your light and connect with who you really are? And with that intention out there, I'm going to give the cards a shuffle. Always a fun mystery to see what comes up. What energy is out there? What energy wants to be shared? And the winner is awesome, courage. So today we have courage. This is the ragged edge of the Western world. This is the Big Sur coast in California, and you can see the road kind of right by the ocean there. So what does courage have to say? Is your courage ready for a boost? Today is your day. Reflect. What would it be like to live more courageously? If you felt fully courageous, what next move would you make? What next step would you take? On the road of life, we can't always see around the bend. Out on the edge, with the unknown stretching ahead of us, sometimes it takes a leap of faith to keep going. Take the leap. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. The path will unfold perfectly as you go, even if you don't yet see how all the steps fit. At the intersection of land, sea, and sky, the elements of earth, water, and air come together. Let your courage be the fire that completes them. Meet yourself there. Where will your fiery courage take you today? Let that sink in. So many ways to go with this. I love all the elements coming together there. That's really cool. And actually, I just found the other day, I was going through some photos and a friend had sent me a quote that said, sometimes either the fastest mode of transportation or the only mode of transportation available is a leap of faith. And I thought that was really cool because it really speaks to the power of courage and faith kind of wrapped up together. That a lot of times we can't see it around the bend. Obviously, we don't know what the future holds, but we are put on this earth to courageously leap into the next phase of our lives, to boldly go, literally, where we haven't been before. To take that leap, that giant leap of faith. Sometimes it's small steps, sometimes it's a giant leap of just keeping going toward a vision that you have, trusting that you have all the resources you need to get you there. So the courage piece is, it doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It doesn't mean there's no fear. Fear is totally normal. We've talked about this in some other draws as well. Fear is normal. It, first of all, lets you know you're alive and lets you know that you care about something. If you had zero fear at all, maybe that there's, you don't necessarily know where your give a darn really lives, right? So what's so exciting to you that really, if there was nothing in your way, you would absolutely leap towards it? And then what is in your way? Maybe identifying what's in your way and thinking, is that made up in my head, right? Or what is some small step I can take today to break through that barrier? A lot of the things that hold us back are the stories that we're telling that actually don't do a service to the courageous beings that we really are. So courage is not about not having fear. It's about seeing the fear and going anyway and taking the leap anyway. Because what's on the other side of that leap, what's on the other side of that fear is so much better, right? And so worthy of your energy and your time and your attention and your courage. You have more courage than you think you have, right? So when you can't see around the bend, when you feel like you're on the ragged edge of the world, where maybe you feel like there's a cliff right there on the edge and you're trying not to make a misstep, there is a net. There are so many ways that you are held and supported. So trust that. Trust that you have the resources, the most important one being your courage. Let it serve you. Let it light your fire and your spark so that you can shine your light in the world. Let's take one more look at this. All right, all the elements again coming together, knowing and trusting that you have what it takes. So if you fully trusted yourself, if you fully trusted the universe, if you felt fully courageous, what would you do differently today? What would you say yes to? What would you say no to? What would you choose? Let's take a breath together. It's my honor to be on this journey with you. And today and every day, I wish you the courage and the confidence and the inspiration to live your own epic life. I will see you next week, my friend.